I just opened Twitter and I saw this incredible thread from Joe Blackburn. I'm not going to waste any time with intros or anything, let's just get into it. Ahead of the showcase this month, I wanted to take a little time to talk about Destiny PvP. Competitive modes are part of what makes this game special. I can't imagine a version of Destiny 2 that doesn't involve getting a sweet new gun and taking it for a spin in the Crucible. This year, the team has spent a lot of our future-facing effort on plussing up on the current Crucible experience. You've seen some of this already in stasis balancing, reputation updates, and shifting weapon metas. Next season, you'll continue to see this effort with not only changes to 3-peaking, but also what the team has been planning for the revamp of Trials of Osiris. Tune in to August 24th, the Witch Queen reveal, for more information. We've got to keep our foot on the gas when it comes to revitalizing PvP pursuits and keeping gameplay metas fresh. This isn't something we'll ever be done, quote-unquote, with, but we know we also have room to grow when it comes to new maps and modes. The first half of 2021 we've been working on the foundations, but we're now spinning up teams on new maps and modes. We believe in this investment, but it is going to take some time before you start seeing results in game. The ultimate goal here is consistency. If you play PvP, the team wants you to understand that you will be getting new maps and modes every year, and that the cadence of those coming out feels predictable. But in order to get predictable, we need to open the faucet again. New maps take time to get right, so to open the faucet for Season 16, the team is working on porting 2 vaulted Destiny 2 maps to be compatible with our engine updates. When we upgraded our engine with Beyond Light, it meant that we had to hand port all of our Destiny 2 maps and modes. So while it may seem from the outside like we're just pushing a button, there's a significant lift from the team to get more of this content back in rotation. After reprised maps in Season 16, Season 17 will come with a brand new map. There are a bunch of new environments in Destiny 2, and we're excited to start bringing them into the Crucible. Finally, after those 3 maps are added to the rotation in Season 16 and 17, we will be remastering a Destiny 1 map and bringing it into Destiny 2 for the first time in Season 18. All of this effort is going to be done in parallel with the team looking to fund the far future with a predictable roadmap of maps in Lightfall and beyond. But maps are just part of the recipe here. We also know we need to support modes. There are 3 main efforts going on behind the scenes here. First, the team is investigating in getting Rift into Destiny 2 next year. It's been too long since we've dunked on some Guardians. The Destiny sandbox has sped up in Destiny 2, so right now the team is validating that the mode still holds up with our new gameplay. Second, the team is working on multiple brand new modes for 2022. We aren't quite ready to spoil these yet, but we're excited to offer new twists and rules to the way you can make Shaxx proud. Finally, after the dust settles on the Trials update in Season 15, we want to look at what other broad systemic improvements the PvP ecosystem needs. We want to provide something on the scale of this Trials rework to players every year. So this tweet thread has turned into a tweet novel, but I wanted to make sure that we shed some light as to what is going on behind the scenes here. Overall, we're still very interested in growing the amount of Destiny we make every year. One way to hold me accountable is by looking at our careers page. We're looking for environment artists, gameplay designers, lighting artists, and more to help improve our PvP output. We know you want more Destiny, and we are committed to growing the team that's going to make that possible. It's always risky to talk about what's in the oven, as dates and specifics might change, but it's been a while since we talked about PvP, and we want players to know that we're working on content for all those Guardians who like to spend time with Shaxx and the Red Jacks. My initial reaction to this is... holy shit, it's happening! It is happening! This is not a drill! They actually care about PvP, who'da thunk? Look, the signs have been there for a little while. They've got a fantastic weapons team. We all listen to the podcast. I attended a Bungie summit with the weapons team, and whilst I can't talk about specifics just yet, I can assure you that they're all very, very in tune with the complaints. They're all very, very in tune with what we want, what we'd like to see. They're gamers themselves. They play the game. They understand all the pain points of our complaints, and they read the YouTube comment section just like we do. And I am very jealous of the therapy they receive because they seem like very well-adjusted individuals, and I know that shit doesn't come cheap. But to get back to the point, I am just very, very happy that something has been said in depth. Now, there's already some initial reaction where people are angry that it's taken them so long to say something like this, right? And I completely understand that. I completely empathize with that. I think you have every right to be angry that we've not had any communication with PvP in this depth, which, even when you look at the face of it, isn't nearly as in-depth as when they described Override or Battlegrounds or any sort of PvE activity. Like, we get essays upon essays upon essays in TWABs talking about Grandmaster economy and loot changes and Master Vogue, all that, but we barely get scraps for PvP. And to those people, I say, you have every right to be angry. But I'm choosing not to be right now. Not only did we get direct word from Joe Blackburn himself, backing up what he said in his State of the Destiny article back in February, we got actionable items with projected timelines and a course of action to hold Joe Blackburn himself accountable. He said, look at the careers page. Look and see what we're hiring. If we're not hiring for Crucible, at me, bro. Is basically what he said. He wants gameplay designers. He wants environmental artists. He wants to build a team to support PvP, and he explicitly said that he wants to make it sustainable, predictable, that you can have expectations for PvP and they wouldn't be far-fetched. Reading this thread, you know, look, I feel like the battered spouse as much as you do, but it finally feels like I filed the divorce papers, and I came out of rehab, and I did the therapy, and I put myself back on dating apps, and I'm out there in the world, and I'm ready to move on. This thread was permission for me to move on and to look to a brighter future. And I invite you all to do the same, because on one hand you have the past, which we can't change, which wasn't particularly pleasant, which was fun in spurts, but really not great for your mental health or your overall sanity. And on the other hand, you have Season 15 around the corner, which we've already had big promises with respect to trials, and trust me, they will deliver. I can't say much more than that, but I know they will deliver. You've got the 3 peaking fix, you've got the Witch Queen reveal, which will probably build on this, Season 16, Season 17, Season 18. New maps, new modes coming, albeit they will take a little bit of time. And basically you've got this thread from Joe Blackburn that isn't just vague promises, it's very, very specific. Rift coming back, hiring more staff. I know I'm starting to repeat myself, but there's really not much more I can say here without becoming a really, really low effort, low information, speculative nonsense YouTuber. All I'll say is, you have 2 options here. You can either choose to remain salty about what was, or you can shed your skin and start fresh. And just look forward to a much nicer, much brighter, much more positive new normal. Choice is yours. I know which choice I've made. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Ascendant Nomad, and I am so happy to keep saying that I'm your Crucible Doctor. Cheers.